Two games to go over. We're going to talk about the Warriors and the Pistons. We're also going to talk about the Grizzlies and the Rockets. We've got some lineup situations in both of those, but we'll go over those. Tell you some props and some opinions on the sides and totals. Welcome, everyone. I'm Andy from WagerTalk. Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you get notified when all of these videos are being released. We're doing daily NBA content, a ton of NFL playoff and college football content. If you get subscribed, as soon as video goes up, you're going to get notified, help you get the best of the number. So let's take a look at these games and see what's going on here. The big thing here is we're trying to navigate these players that are questionable. So the players in question that we have right now, we'll start with the Golden State Warriors going to Detroit. Curry, Schroeder, and Green are all questionable, and obviously that's going to make a big difference what's going on here. Thompson for Detroit is out, it looks like, and so is Jaden Ivey, of course, with that brutal injury for him. So hoping nothing but the best for him. So when I look at this game, I'm really a big fan of what the Detroit Pistons are doing. And no, I'm not trying to suck up to the Detroit office of WagerTalk here. The Pistons, they're on a back-to-back, but they beat the Nets so easily last night. Their starters didn't even have to play 30 minutes. If you're like me and you had bets on the props, it really, really crushed the starters. We had Jalen Durden over 9.5 points. He didn't get there because he only needed to play 22 minutes. So this is not a true back-to-back situation for Detroit. Their starters are going to be fine. And the Pistons have won 8 out of 9 games. And in those 9 games, very, very impressive. 10th in defensive rating, 6th in offensive rating. Meanwhile, in their last 9 games, the Warriors are 20th in offensive rating and 17th in defensive rating. So even with the questions in the lineup, I'm looking at the WagerTalk live odds page here, and I'm seeing Detroit as -2.5 favorite at home. I'll take it. I think this back-to-back situation is they're taking it into account when it really, really shouldn't be factored into this algorithm here. So I like Detroit to get the win. And if we take it now, and Curry and Green and Schroeder all end up out, we're sitting on a beautiful line because this line is going to move in the opposite direction. Even if those guys play, I really, really like this Detroit Pistons team right now. If you're looking for a prop, I would go back to Jalen Durden over 9.5 points. He only had 8 points last night, but only in 22 minutes. So if he plays his normal minutes, he's going to go over that. I would go back to that one. And I would also go to Tobias Harris over 13.5 points. Again, he did not go over his point total last night because he only played 26 minutes. But just look at the 4 previous games. He was averaging 35 minutes played, and he's averaging 11 shot attempts. So I don't expect that big of a blowout tonight. So that's how I would tackle this Golden State-Detroit game. Grizzlies and Rockets, not going to lie, this is a very, very tough one. I don't have any plays that are going to make the client card in this one. When we look at the Rockets, they've won 3 out of 4. Their one loss was to Boston. No shame in that. When you look at the Grizzlies are dealing with a lot of injuries here. It's just like something with the Memphis Grizzlies. Every single game the last couple of years, they're just dealing with injuries. So we're looking at game time decisions for Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson, Aldama, and Ja Morant. So it's going to affect this line a lot. So when I'm looking at the live odds page, right now the books have Houston as a very small favorite going on the road, just -1. So you're looking to pick them, and you're looking at a total of 233.5. I would lean towards the under on this one. The Rockets, they're very, very good defensively, but their last 2 games have been shootouts, and I don't expect that to continue. At Washington, 135-112. That game was just a track meet. Any game with Washington is going to be a track meet. And before that, the Lakers 119-115, so barely getting over this total. But you look at the games before that: 109-86, 110-99, 104-100, 113-112. I think those are more the scores that the Houston Rockets are generally going to be playing around. So I would look towards the under. You look at the Grizzlies as well: 119-104 in their last game. So they're more than capable of playing some pretty decent defense. If you're looking at props in this one, he's a game time decision, but the books have props out on Jaren Jackson, and he's just been incredible with some of these guys that the Grizzlies are missing. He's just been filling up the stat sheet. I mean, you could look at his rebounds and assists. It's 9.5. This guy's had 18, 11, 11, and 16 the last couple games. You could even go to his points. His points are all the way up to 21.5. and he's been crushing 35, 23, 28, and 38. I would wait a little bit closer to game time before you fire away on some of these props just to see the lineups. But the lean is the under here, and Jaren Jackson over his rebounds and assists. Yesterday, when we did the videos, we talked about our Australian Open tennis pack. It's 30 days for $59, and the plays have already started coming out. We're getting up the first round matchups. Don't wait any longer to get this tennis pack. 48 and 18 run in tennis. We're number one lifetime, and the majors is we do a majority of our damage. We did really good in qualifiers, 6-0 this week on the Australian Open qualifiers, and plays are starting to come out. The more you wait, the more you're going to get the worst of the line. So do not hesitate to jump on this 30 days for $59 for our tennis plays, the Australian Open first round and second round. We're going to be firing away a lot of plays early on. First, second, and third rounds are where you get these big-time mismatches, and that's where you can take advantage. So the sooner you sign up, the quicker you're going to get these plays, and the quicker that they're going to be set right to your phone, right to your tablet, right to your computer. We already released one play. It started out at alpha at minus 110. A couple hours later, it's minus 165. So the longer you wait, the less you're going to get some of these better numbers. So jump on board right now. Like I said, the matchups are already coming out. This is going to be a great way to build your bankroll in January. So WT.buzz/AL. 30 days of tennis for $59. That's going to do it for us. Good luck on all your plays. Be careful. Make sure you're checking all the lineups, guys. Don't get caught with a bad number when you bet on a game and some of these NBA guys sit out. It's okay to wait until right before game time to make sure you're getting the best number and you have all the information. So good luck on all your plays, and we'll see everyone later.